Hello and welcome to Scott Bryant's Fitness Systems, your questions on fitness, diet, lifestyle and exercise. And this video is all about what to eat before and after your training sessions. Now this depends on what sort of diet you're on and what sort of training session you're going to be doing. So I don't agree with training for longer than an hour, but if you're training for a marathon and you're doing treadmill or running around the park to get ready for the marathon, then maybe you need more carbohydrates and less protein, but good fats, because good fats give you good amount of energy. But if you're training to get cut and more defined and more ripped in your training sessions, then maybe training with no food and fasting while you're training, or doing intermittent fasting where you stop eating at 6 o'clock in the evening and you don't eat again till 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you train say 11, 12 o'clock, you'll probably find that you'll get much leaner and much more ripped much quicker. So it depends on, if you're doing heavy lifting, say you're doing a 1 rep max of your deadlift, you might find that eating huge amounts of protein like bacon and eggs before you go and avocado, before you go and train at 11 o'clock or whatever time you're going to train, you might find that it will give you more energy and help you to recover quicker. I'm not really a fan of protein powders, never taken them. They mess your colon up and your bowel and give you really hard stools, so that shows that you're dehydrated. So I don't believe in having protein powders before or after training. But after training again, if you're doing intermittent fasting to get cut, then maybe not eating again until 6 o'clock. If you're doing intermittent fasting, will get you more cut. But if you're looking for recovery of repair of tissue, then maybe a good protein meal like some steak, some lamb, some beef, some fish, some pork, some venison, some crocodile, something like that, in which to put the protein back in that you've broken down. Remembering that the body only utilises so much of the protein which you put in. So a lot of the protein companies will go, up your protein, because they want to up their profits. If you look at Eugene Sandow, he had a really wonderful body, really looked in excellent shape, no protein. And if you look at other guys that train naturally, which don't overdose it on dried protein powder, they still look good with hard training. Now, if you see the video up there that might flash up, you'll see a picture of me posing off after a workout, and you'll see that at 50 years old, I'm still in good shape, and I don't spend any money on protein, apart from buying good fish, good steak, good lamb, chicken, doing bone broths and stuff like that in which to stay in shape. So I would say experiment with it and find out what works for you, because we're all individuals. I found that training on no food, I had more energy, whereas if I had a lot of food, I'd feel much more tired. Whereas somebody might find, especially if they're young and their metabolism's really ramping, they might find that having breakfast and not missing breakfast, that they feel better. But I've had female clients that tried the breakfast in the morning, then come and trained and said it was worse. Whereas other clients have come and I said not have a breakfast, they found that their energy levels was much better, they got a lot leaner and looked much better over time. So really it's a very individualised thing. So I would take body fat measurements of you and maybe take a picture of yourself for 1 week and then do another picture a week later and see if you've lost more body fat by doing intermittent fasting and missing a meal when you're training, or just document how you feel at the end of the session. And I found that when I was fasting, I felt really good, and I'd be training really heavy when I was at my last gym that I used to train at. I'll be doing 180, 190 deadlift, what would I be doing, 120, 130 benching, 55 kilo one arm press on a Swiss ball, 65 kilo bicep curl and really burning, really giving myself a real whack out of a session. But I'd get such a big energy boost, but it might be different for you. So find out what works for you. I don't believe in protein powders. I believe in a good meal after training in which to get your hormones better and replace what you've lost, but not protein powders. So please comment down below whether you like protein powders or not, or what your opinion of what I said is, and I look forward to sharing more videos with you. Thank you very much for listening to me tonight. Have a great evening. Bye bye.